Dear students, very good morning and welcome to the lecture series on EC402 Nanoelectronics of Kerala Technological University. Today, we are going to discuss about single electron transistors. In the last class, we have discussed about the Coulomb blockade effect and how a single electron change can make a quantum dot system uh, making a lot of that conduction of electrons in the system, and that makes a measurable change in the whole system. And the working of a single electron transistor is essentially depending on the Coulomb blockade effect in quantum dots. The concept of single electron transistor is based on the behavior of quantum dots, that is zero-dimensional nanometric structures. We have seen in quantum dots, electrons are distributed in discrete energy levels. And we have already seen in quantum dots, one of the important properties associated to energy level quantification is the Coulomb blockade effect. When a tiny conducting material is extremely small, it is called an island. The electrostatic potential of such materials significantly increases even when an electron is added to it. For the operation of single electron transistors, two essential conditions must be satisfied. What are those conditions? The first one is the change in electric energy when an electron enters or leaves the quantum dot, that is, the charging energy, has to be much larger than the energy at the thermal equilibrium of the charges, that is kT. In terms of capacitance, this can be expressed as C must be far less than E square by kT. And second condition is that the resistance of the tunnel junction, that is, there are two barrier junctions possible in the case of operation of this transistor, and these two barriers are tunnel barriers. The resistance of these tunnel barriers must be large enough to compare to the quantum resistance RQ, that is equal to H by E square, and that must be approximately equal to 25.8 kilo ohms, that we have already seen in the case of quantum blocks and in quantum conductance. In order to avoid the fluctuations in the number of electrons in the quantum dot, and this condition is to be satisfied in order to avoid the fluctuations in the number of electrons in the quantum dot. The single electron transistor is a three-terminal device, basically consists of a quantum dot connected to the source and drain electrodes through tunnel junctions. The gate electrode is coupled to the quantum dot by an insulating material in such a manner that the electrons cannot tunnel through the barriers. And the source current and drain current flow is controlled by the gate voltage. And hence this three-terminal device can operate as a transistor. And one of the most significant implication of this transistor is that SETs, that is single electron transistors, cannot be used for signal amplification. It has some other usage, or it has some other applications in nanoelectronics. What are those applications? We will see at the end of the session. Now, this is the structural details of a single electron transistor. There are source terminal, drain terminal. In between, there are two tunnel junctions, and this is what is called the Coulomb island. Coulomb island means that is a charge island actually, and to this charge island, this gate is connected through an insulating material. So that there won't be any tunneling through this gate. And gate voltage is applied between this gate and source and drain. Of course, the voltage is applied with proper biasing. Now, this is the equivalent circuit for this schematic representation of this particular single electron transistor. Here this is the tunnel barrier 1, this tunnel barrier 2, and this area, that is the Coulomb island, having a charge Ne, and the gate voltage is applied through an equivalent capacitance Cg, that is equal to the, and because gate voltage is applied here between gate and source through this insulating material. So this insulating material here, this will be acting as a capacitor, an equivalent capacitor Cg here connected to the gate. Now, referring to the schematic diagram, the quantum dot with total electron charge Ne, usually this is called a Coulomb island, is connected to the source and drain by two tunnel barriers, this one tunnel barrier 1 and tunnel barrier 2. The gate voltage Vg is connected through the equivalent gate capacitance Cg of the semiconductor structure of the transistor. This is the variation of source drain current with the variations of gate voltage. The number of electrons in the Coulomb island can be controlled by the external gate voltage Vg. The source and drain have tunneling currents due to potential barriers. There is no tunneling current through the gate electrode. Source and drain have tunneling currents due to potential barriers, that we have seen, barrier tunnel, barrier 1 and 2. But the gate is connected through an insulating material. There is no tunneling current through the gate electrode. And we have seen the current voltage characteristics here. The current voltage characteristic of the single electron transistor can be determined by applying a continuously sweeping voltage Vg to the gate electrode. Usually a continuously sweeping voltage Vg is applied to the gate electrode here. See, the applied voltage induces a charge CVg in the opposite plate of the capacitor, which is compensated by the tunneling of a single electron that enters into the quantum dot. The current flow due to the discrete charges that tunnel through the barriers leads to the Coulomb oscillations. So this Coulomb oscillation is actually happening when the gate voltage is applied. So gate voltage applies, what happens? Which induces a charge CVg on the other side of the plate of the gate capacitor, gate equivalent capacitor, and the current flow due to the discrete charges that tunnel through the barriers due to the and application of this gate voltage causes to have a Coulomb oscillations. These oscillations are recorded as a current variation between the source and drain IDS as a function of gate voltage between two consecutive peaks, that is shown here. So between two consecutive peaks, the gate voltage between these two interval is called delta V, and the current is getting a peak value here, and then for next sweep voltage comes, it again comes to peak value like this. It goes on and it continues like this. So these oscillations are recorded as a current variation between the source and drain IDS as a function of the gate voltage between the two consecutive peaks. As the number of electrons in the quantum dot is fixed, therefore no current flows. As the number of electrons in the quantum dot is fixed, and therefore no current flows. The periodicity of the voltage peaks delta V, that is the voltage between 1 and 3. That is when current takes a peak value here, between these intervals, the voltage Vg is delta V. And that is given by one electron variation in the in the total number of electrons in the quantum dot. That is delta V is equal to E by C. The capacitance of the quantum dot can be obtained by measuring the voltage difference between two consecutive peaks. The capacitance of the quantum dots can be measured, or that can be obtained by measuring the voltage between this, that is delta V by E is equal to C, that we know. Now, what are the applications of single electron transistors? I have already told you that this transistor cannot be used for signal amplification due to its limitations here, because only the controlled changes of electrons are taking place in the quantum dot, so that the quantification is done accordingly. So this type of transistors are used to implement inverters in logic circuits such as in RAMs, logic NOR gates, AC ring oscillators, etc. etc. When we compare this transistor, that is single electron transistor, with that of the MOSFET, single electron transistor has a reduction in size compared to MOSFET. So for setting up of RAMs, NOR, logic and all, instead of MOSFET we can make use of single electron transistor, so that the packaging density can be increased, because the size of single electron transistor is very small compared to MOSFET, and hence can be used to fabricate semiconductor chips. Usually this transistor can be used for fabricating semiconductor chips. So packaging density will be increased, but due to the reduction in size of the set compared to the MOSFET. And the second advantage is that the power consumption is less, because the power consumption is proportional to the number of electrons in the input current flow to the device, and that is done with the that is controlled, or the electrons which are coming into the quantum dot is actually controlled by the gate voltage. So that is controlled. That is why the power consumption, that is proportional to the electron current into the quantum dot. So number of electrons in the input current flow to the device is very less. That is why the power consumption, that is also proportional to this current flow, is less. What are the disadvantages of single electron transistor? Single electron transistor has high output impedance due to the resistance associated with the tunnel barriers. Since there are two tunnel barriers used in this system, the output impedance of the device is high, and the size of the quantum dot should be such that for the operation of the device at room temperature, its capacitance should be as small as possible. In order to operate this device at room temperature, the capacitance of the device must be very small. These are the two disadvantages of the single electron transistors. Even with these disadvantages, single electron transistors are used in electronic systems as logic gates, RAMs, etc. With this brief description, I conclude the single electron transistor here. If you have any doubt regarding the operations or the characteristic features of this device, you can contact me over phone, or you can come to, you can discuss the doubts and clear your doubts in the next class. Thank you.